If you add integers, how can you predict if the sum will be positive or negative? For example, 3 plus negative 5. In this lesson, you will learn to add integers by using integer chips. Let's review. Integers can be modeled with integer chips. Yellow chips represent positive numbers and red chips represent negative numbers. A zero pair is made when opposite quantities have a sum of 0. Here we have the opposites positive 1 and negative 1. You can think of the opposites as canceling each other out. 1 and negative 1 are a zero pair. A common misunderstanding is to think that more chips always represents a larger value. In the example below, we have 4 red negative chips and 3 yellow positive chips. We might think that negative 4 is greater than positive 3 because there are more red chips. However, we must remember that as we move to the right on the number line, the numbers increase. Since 3 is to the right of 4, we know that negative 4 is less than 3. Let's look at when we add numbers with the same sign. We have 4 plus 2, 4 positive chips and 2 positive chips. Together, we have 6 positive chips. If you add 2 positive numbers, the sum will always be positive. This makes sense because you only have positive chips. Now let's add 2 negative numbers, negative 3 plus negative 2. We have 3 negative chips and 2 negative chips. Together, we have 5 negative chips. If you add 2 negative numbers, the sum will always be negative. Again, this makes sense because you're just adding more negative chips. What happens when the signs are different? Like 4 plus negative 2. We have 4 positive chips and 2 negative chips. When we combine them, we see that we have 2 zero pairs and a remaining value of positive 2. So 4 plus negative 2 equals 2. Let's look at another example, negative 5 plus 4. We have 5 negative chips and 4 positive chips. When we combine them, we have 4 zero pairs and 1 negative chip left. Negative 5 plus 4 equals negative 1. Did you see a pattern when we added numbers with opposite signs? After you make zero pairs, the sum will have the same sign as the number with more chips. In the first example, there were more positive chips, so the sum was positive. In the second example, there were more negative chips, so we had a negative sum. Let's review what we've learned. When we add numbers with the same sign, we add the two numbers together. The sum will have the same sign as the addends. When we add numbers with different signs, we make zero pairs. The sum will have the same sign as the number with more chips. In this lesson, you have learned to add integers by using integer chips.